What is up, everybody? I hope you're having a wonderful day. And I wanted to do a quick little video on combat basics for people that are new to the game. You know, you're new to D&D, you don't understand how it works, there's some things that confuse you. So I just want to go over those quick for you. It's nothing going to be too crazy, you know, I might do a more in-depth advanced combat video in the future. But these are just some quick basics. So first things first. If you have any kind of spellcaster or you use any kind of spells, you're going to notice, you know, these bars here, and you're going to notice a 1 spell slot level 1, spell slot level 2, and you know, you have cantrips. Now cantrips, the neat thing about these is they don't have a limit. You can cast them as many times as you want, which you might be used to in other games or having like a mana pool or something, but that's how cantrips work. You can use them as much as you want. They have no limit, they have no cap. Now, when you get to your spell slots and your other spells, you do have a limit. So if we look at my spell slot level 1, I have access to these 5 spells. I can use any of these 5 spells 4 times total. That's it. Not per, total. So out of these 5, I can cast a level 1 spell 4 times. And then once I do that, I'm out of level 1 spells, and I cannot cast them until, you see right here, recharge once per long rest. So in one battle, if I were to take 4 turns and use Ice Knife, Fog Cloud, Ice Knife, and Thunder Wave, I'm out. That's it. Even though I didn't touch Speak with Animals, I didn't touch Magic Fairy Fire, even though I didn't even use them, they're gone. So that's one thing a lot of people don't realize is I've seen people being like, why can't I use this? Like, I only used it like 2 or 3 times, and I'm in my second battle here, and I have no spells. I can't do anything. All I can do is auto attack. Well, that's why. You need to go into long rest. Into long rest, you go over here, and it'll give you an option to long rest, and you'll use supplies. So you can't just spam long rest after every fight and get back your abilities. You have to use supplies to do that. So there is a limit to that, so do be aware. So that's the first thing I wanted to point out to people that they make a mistake on is the spell usage. You know, they might not understand that. Another thing people might not understand is when you're attacking an enemy, there is a thing called advantage and disadvantage. What that means is 2 dice will roll, and you'll pick the better result if it's advantage. If it's disadvantage, you pick the worst result. And a really common way that happens is through elevation. So there's a character up here, they have a bow, and they shoot down at my guys, they're going to get advantage, and they're going to be able to pick the better roll. And if I were to attack upwards with a bow or something, there's a chance I could have disadvantage on them because I'm so far down. So do be aware of advantage and disadvantage. There's a lot of attacks and skills that will modify that. Certain like debuffs and buffs will modify that as well. So be aware when that is happening. It generally doesn't matter where you attack a character. Like if you attack them from the front, the left, the back, the right. There's really no like flanking bonus or anything. But do keep in mind the 3 action system. You generally get a move, and then you get an attack, and then you get a bonus action, which can be using certain items or scrolls. Even some attacks can be considered bonus actions, and you know, you get things like that. Like I can shove to break, possibly break distance. If you are next to an enemy, they do get an attack of opportunity. So one thing you want to do is if somebody is close to you and you want to do a bonus shove action to try to get them away so you can run away, because see, now I can run with no counter attack. That is a viable thing to do and something to be aware of. Do keep in mind that, you know, a lot of characters can use spells even if their class doesn't start out with it, and you will have access to them. So be aware not to overlap spells or pick some of the similar spells unless you really want to. But you know, a lot of classes do get access to spells in the game, even like warriors and fighters and stuff, so they get it through their subclasses and other means. And my final little advice for you is ranged can be good against ranged characters. If you want to know what an enemy is able to do, you right click them and you go to examine, and you'll see a little bit about them, nothing too crazy. You'll get their stats, their armor class, you know, their resistance, you know. It's very nice to know some of this, what they're able to do. Like they are resistant to fire, so like if I use fire magic, they're gonna take half damage. So just really important little details. You can even go in here and look at that, and this will work on any enemy. You just right click at the top. You can even go up here and do it. You do examine, and you can get their stat loadout. So this isn't like an in-depth video. This isn't something super complex. Just, you know, some basic things to help people understand some of the mechanics and how combat works. If this video was helpful, let me know down below any questions or comments you have. And as always, Thank you so much for watching, and I hope to see you in the next one. Until then, later guys. Peace out. Have a good one.